Welcome to Stepdad Success, turning the tide on the way stepdads are seen and show up in the world. We're a new breed of leaders raising leaders. Blood or no blood, we raise them as our own. We're connected, loving, and committed to leading them into the future. If you asked a normal dad, he'd say we're doing the impossible. He'd say, but they're not yours. How do you do it? Yet every day, stepdads around the world are forging the way. That's what we call Stepdad Success. We're leaders raising leaders. And these are our stories. G'day stepdads, James here again. I just wanted to ask you today, how the hell are you? You know, being a parent can be bloody tough sometimes. It can be a whole lot of fun. There can be a whole lot of emotions around it. There can be a whole lot of stress. And of course, there's a ton of things you need to be doing on a daily basis. You know, to create an amazing relationship, to create an amazing body, to create an amazing connection to Source or your God, whoever you speak to, and to create an amazing business, there is a lot of stress around all of those different aspects. But there's one thing that I do every single week that relieves a lot of that stress. And it's a little bit selfish, I have to say, but it's a must in my life, in living the warrior's way. And that is taking myself out of the norm and giving myself some time out. So for me, that looks like, going for a surf in the morning, going to a cafe, grabbing a book, grabbing a coffee, having breakfast, taking time, just chilling in the sunset and the sunshine, enjoying a morning by myself, actually giving myself time out from family, from business, from everything. Sometimes I switch off with a good book. Sometimes I love to just jump in my car and drive. I actually love to drive, so it's nothing for me to drive, 2 or 3 hours, just to put on some music, put on a good audio book, crank the music, shut off all the outside interaction, turn my phone off, stop playing on Facebook, and just take time for myself. Be totally selfish about that. So I wanted to challenge you today to schedule in some time for yourself. We don't do it often enough. A lot of people say it's selfish, as I've mentioned. Sometimes we say we're too busy. But I tell you what, if you're too busy to take time out for yourself, how does that show up for you? You will start to hate what you're doing. If you can't take time out and actually enjoy yourself, switch off from the rest of the world, get back in, get that connection back to yourself on a really basic level, then what's it all for? What are you working for? What are you building relationships for? What are you going to the gym for? What are you really worth? And these are the questions you need to be asking yourself. Maybe jot that down in your journal today. What am I worth? Why am I worth investing in? Because this is what it's really about. It's about investing time in yourself. What are you really worth? For me, if I'm not at my peak, if I can't invest the time in myself, if I can't take myself out of all the chaos and slow down, I'm going to show up poorly when there is stress. But when I take myself out of all that chaos and I give myself 2 or 3 hours just by myself, and this could be you might want to go for a Friday night and go to the football. You might want to go Friday night and go to the pub with your friends or the bar with your friends and have a few beers and have a few laughs. Put on a good comedy. It doesn't matter what you do. Your thing might be hiking in the woods, could be snowboarding in the mountains. You've got to take yourself out of life, out of the chaos of life, and slow yourself down. Invest in yourself. Make sure that you feel worthy. Understand why you're doing all the things you're doing. Understand why you're working so hard and spending time with your kids. So today, schedule into your diary 2 or 3 hours out of your week and actually give yourself that time. Invest in yourself. Do what you want to do. I've been doing this for a while now, and it's truly just a special time for me. I get to slow down, I get to stop, I get to forget all the worries of the world. I dive in the ocean. I love the ocean, so I dive in there, and it kind of grounds me. And it gives me that energy to push again. So again, this week, schedule time into your diary. Take a few hours out for yourself. Invest in a good movie. Take yourself up the mountain. Maybe sit down and have a few beers with a few mates and a bit of a laugh. Because if you aren't worth investing in, all the rest will eventually fall apart. Enjoy today. Enjoy your week. Take time out and have an awesome week. Would you like to learn more about how stepdads across the globe are joining forces in raising the next generation of leaders? Then head to www.stepdadsuccess.com and grab all the show notes plus a copy of the brand new tactical guide for creating more happiness, health, wealth, and wisdom as a stepdad. And if you liked the podcast, please share it with other stepdads you know and leave us a review on iTunes. Again, that's www.stepdadsuccess.com for all the show notes and tactical guide. Come and join the new breed of stepdads, the growing group of leaders raising leaders.